You know, you see how I'm dressed today. I'm no suit or anything. I don't think you've ever seen me in a suit, but I'm in a ball cap. My dad and mom used to tell me I look retarded in a hat. I don't know. Judge for yourself. I haven't shaved today, and I got this going on here. I'm trying to grow stuff out. And I don't have my partial in because it doesn't fit right, so kind of look like I'm missing a tooth and maybe look kind of funny that way. But here's my point, okay? I went to a meeting once, and there was a guy giving the presentation. And that guy didn't even seem like he knew what was going on. He didn't pronounce all his words properly. He got a little confused, did the pay plan and talked about things. And I was like, man, where'd they get this guy? Don't they have somebody that can give a better presentation? Turns out the guy was the biggest earner. You know what? And that's not what I'm trying to do, but here's the point. It was like, if this guy can do it, I can do it, okay? So I can get dressed up in a suit, and I can use a bunch of big words, and I guess that you can buy into that. But you know what I want to do? I really want to teach you guys a common sense way to make money in network marketing. I don't want to razzle you and dazzle you with a suit, or I don't want to razzle and dazzle you with my fancy clothes or car or whatever. I just want to talk to you about this industry and how you can really make some substantial money by taking a common sense approach, okay? And the reason I like this company, Brain Abundance, is because it allows me to take that common sense approach. It allows me to get people and train people and teach them common sense ways of network marketing, to give tips on things. I make these little videos. Some of them are from a couple of years ago. But here's what I'm going to tell you right now, and that's why I have a closed group, is I'm going to share some of my secrets with you guys. And I'm going to try to show you that sometimes people make mistakes, and these mistakes are the things that cause them to be successful. We've got a program right now that, in my mind, it's the best opening launch I've ever seen in 37 years. Eric Caparisi is a class act. That guy, I'll tell you what, I'll go to war with him. That's what I like about this part of the company. The doctor, I talked to him at length. He's a straight up guy. He knows what he's talking about. And he cares about people. You gotta care about people to be in this industry. I care about each one of you. Now I'm gonna give you some ground rules. I'm gonna help every one of you. There's no doubt. My phone rings, I look at it, that's money to me, that's business. So I'd rather have you call me 6 times than not call me at all. And I keep track of it, believe me. If you don't understand what's going on because you're not either on the calls or on those recordings, you're not taking it serious. No, it's okay. Hey, you know what? We're all into this for different reasons. But if you tell me you want to be successful, and if you tell me you want me to mentor you and to teach you, then you need to show me that. And the people that show me that are the ones I'm going to help. And those are the ones I'm going to reward. And one of the things I say to people is, man, you got to talk. And you've heard me say this. You know, somebody offered me a button one day. And I said to him, are you kidding me? I talk to everybody. Why would I need a button? But I said, I'm going to wear it. So I wore it. I can't even remember what it said. It might have said, lose weight now, ask me how, or something like that. But you know what? There was one time I was going to get on an elevator. I didn't think to talk. And a lady said, what does that mean? And I told her. So you see, there's a reason for buttons. There's a reason for t-shirts. There's a reason to talk. There's a reason to always carry product with you. But when you're serious about something, you got to talk about it all the time. It's got to be in your blood. It can't be a part-time thing if you want it to be full-time income. If you want a part-time income, that's fine, but you still got to work at it. So I'm just telling you right now, get prepared. I'm going to teach you some things that are going to make you successful if you follow what I'm telling you. And if you commit to me to follow, then you better do the things I tell you. And that one of those things is calling me. I don't want to be calling you. I'm going to be busy. I don't want to be calling you up and asking you how you're doing, although I will do that. I'd rather have you calling me and telling me what's up or asking me questions. I'm here for 3-way calls. I'll talk to people. And believe me, you get me on the phone with somebody, I can articulate this industry and this product. And it, by the way, is a killer product. You don't even understand. I don't think you understand what we have here. You may think you do, but I'm going to tell you, it's going to be 10 times as big as you think that it is. So what we got to do is, I'm going to put up a video here about you reap what you sow. And it's going to talk about what you need to do to be successful. So I want you to watch that. But I'm being real serious here to tell you, you know what? It's not the clothes the person wears, okay, that makes the person who they are. It's how hard they work, okay? And I want everybody to have integrity. That's how I have. I'm going to be ethical, and I want you to make the product the issue. We're going to make money. We're not going to be throwing money out there. Let me tell you something about money and talking about money. I've made a lot of money. Not as much as Eric Caparisi has, but I've made money. But I'm going to tell you something. When you get on my conference call, we're going to talk about the product. We're going to talk about when somebody reaches a 2-star, a 3-star, a platinum, a diamond. We're going to talk about that. What I don't want to talk about is how much money somebody's made. Because maybe somebody who just came in, who's just trying to learn this thing, they're not seeing that, and they don't think they can make that money, and it discourages them. So what we're going to do is we're going to talk about ranks, and we're going to talk about the product, and we're going to live out the testimonials. The testimonials are the stories. Now, there could be a good story. You could say that, I met this person, they were a waiter, they were struggling to make money to go to college, they got involved, and they were able to not work as a waiter, and they were able to make some good income and not have to worry about their bills. Now, there's nothing wrong with saying that. That doesn't mark out how much money or anything. It just tells that they were able to take, and that's a success story. You could have somebody who just didn't have anything. They lost their job, they were down and out, they had bills piling up, they didn't know what to do, they got involved, and they rose to the occasion, and they're making good money. That's a good story. So there's more stories than just the product. Bottom line is, guys, I'm speaking to you from the heart. I want you to know that this is going to be huge. And I want you to know that I'm serious about this. I have all intents and purposes to rise to the top in this industry. But for me to rise to the top, I have to have leaders, and I have to have duplication. So you need to duplicate what I'm doing if what I'm doing is working. And I'm going to teach you that. Now, do I say that I know everything? I don't. Do I want you to come up with your own ideas? Yes, I do. But the main thing is, for me to be successful, you've got to be successful. So if you want to be successful and you want to be one of my key people, then I want to hear from you. I want a phone call saying, Dave, I want you to take me to that level. Because I had to have somebody to take me to that level. I was involved for 17 years, and I got involved with friends and family and co-workers, and none of them ever knew what was going on, and most of them it was the first time. I had more experience than them. I just was, I loved the concept so much that when they approached me, I got in. But it wasn't until 17 years into the industry that I met a person that I learned to take it to another level. And one of the things I learned was a sense of loss, and I can talk about that story. I got involved in a company that I knew about before anybody, but because I didn't get involved and I didn't actually wanted me to shoot a video on it, the long story short is that I passed on it, and 6 months later I fell upon it, and man, everybody was making money, and it was the most fabulous product ever, and I was 6 months behind everybody. I worked my tail off, and I got professional athletes involved, I got newspapers involved, I can go on, just because I was competitive and I wanted to get to the top. But let me tell you the story basically is they ended up owing me $20,000. They lost my application. They searched and searched for it. I never got paid a dime. I should have had $20,000 in checks in a matter of 2 months. I didn't have a dime. But you know what? And I got home. I took a trip to Minnesota, and I got home, and my apartment was locked because I didn't have money to pay rent. And even though that sounds terrible to you, that was the best thing that ever happened to me. Why? Because that sense of urgency made me work so hard. And even though I didn't make a dime, I knew I could do it. And then from then on, it was easy. From then on, I had that taste of success, even though I didn't make any money. So it's not always about the money. Sometimes it's about the ride. And sometimes it's a journey to that money. So don't ever lose sight of the journey. And don't make it always the money, because this industry, you make a lot of friends, and you keep those friends forever. But I'll tell you what, you're always looking for the sunshine. And let me tell you something, we found sunshine. This product, I'm going to describe it. I think it's going to be like when it's raining and raining. Right now it's cold and it's drizzling, and it's been like that for 2 or 3 days. It's going to be like that for 5 days. And this product coming out and people starting taking it, it's going to be like the sunshine coming out, and just experience sunshine and nice weather for the first time in days. And that's what this product's like, this ray of sunshine. That's all I got to say. It was lengthy, but I'm telling you, I'm serious. Who's going to call me? Who's going to be the first person to call me and say, Dave, I'm in. I'm all in, Dave. That doesn't mean I want you to quit your job or anything. Heck no, don't do that. But I want to sit down. You're going to tell me how many hours you're going to work. You're going to set up a plan for you. You're going to have goals on how much you want to reach on your third month. Give me 3 months, 90 days. I want you to tell me at the end of that 90 days, I want you to tell me how much you made that last month of the 90 days, and I want you, and then we're going to work to make that money. And I want it to be realistic. Don't come up with some far-fetched thing of $10,000 or something. Make it realistic. Tell me why you want the money, and let's go for it. Who's going to be the person that's going to rise to the top? Who's going to be my leaders? Who's going to take me to the number one in this company? Will it be you, or maybe you'll become? Don't ever think you can't become number one. Maybe you can just bypass me. Don't sell yourself short, because I never do. This is Dave Bykowski saying, not dressed to go to the prom, but I'm here anyhow talking to you. And I'll see you at the bank. Be well. God bless.